Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
They go play action here on first down. That one down the field for Ferguson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now it's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught. He's across midfield. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua, 70 yards. And the Rams are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Love, they go play action now. He'll buy some time right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the first carry here for their running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibbs. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Packers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit, what's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Williams going to get it again on second down. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. Now he's loose at the 40. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 18. 76 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Trey McBride, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Off the play fake, Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Play action this time with Love. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10. Now Love. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. To the air again, Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. On play action, Love to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. Play fake. Here's Love. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard, maybe a touch less. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Gibbs. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They'll get this up to about the 44.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. He'll drop to throw.
McBride on the slant.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams, as the first half is winding down. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Love. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Final play of the half, Love.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths. The
throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Going back to Love. Touchdown, Packers! A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Now the try here for the point after.
Let's give him a show.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Williams. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. 3rd down and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now we give up the middle to Williams. 129 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, Want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays. And in the second half of a tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15. To throw now, here's Love.
Quick slant to Watson.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
44 yards.
And the Packers have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
The busy night continues for Williams. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to fire one deep left sideline.
That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
First down, going to the air with Love.
Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd down, Love.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And running with power here. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Packers are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it in. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Micah Parsons in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. He's gonna let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They begin the drive with Williams.
Now he's loose at the 40. Now look out. He's to the 20.
And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now.
Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
On second down, here's Gibbs. And he has a Packer first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script. They'll go again with Gibbs.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Love looking to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here's 1st and 10.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They'll come up now on second down.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season, unfortunately, for the